first and 10. Lauletta. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
There we go, back man. 180! Kill, turn up! Kill, turn up! Hey, checkpoint, watch the let's go there.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
82!
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there at 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
81. Go. 180.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Great 15. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st down, Lauletta going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Go. 20. 31's the right.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Run.
Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Throwing his Wentz. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Great. Great 15. Great 15.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. A dump off to Sproles. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Great. Here we go. Lady!
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the...
Go. Lady!
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now Wentz. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8th. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun!
On first down, it's Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back. 120. Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Great 15. Great 15. Black. Stat. Run.
To throw, it's Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Go. Porky, 82, Porky.
Wentz going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Lawetta looking for a first down throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawetta on first down. Dancing to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Lawetta to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Lawetta being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On first down, they go option to the right. A pitch back. He'll have another first down and more. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Steps away to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz to throw on second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lauletta. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, what? All right, never mind. Third quarter action now. This will be fielded at the 8. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. 20.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lion. Go. 180. Hey, stat.
Wentz now on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Lauletta now to throw it. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 20.
Wentz now to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Goldman. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had the punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Laletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now Sproles. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Right back to him on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They run again with Ajayi. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Great.
Again, it's Wentz. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the Giants ready to come out now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Lauletta. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Lauletta now on second. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Rosas puts this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's Ajayi. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Flag. Check 26, check.
Now Wentz. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Wentz to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Let's go,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, boys, got four down.
Flag.
Back to throw. Wentz. Buying time to his left. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Black.
To throw is Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Run. Shorty.
Now Wentz on third down. Goes underneath for Sproles. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They run with a jive. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Michael Thomas on the stop.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. It'll be a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Eagles are going to win the